introducing a woman who has defended the sovereignty of Guyana all across the globe. A woman who has led the fight for Guyana on the international stage. A woman of great humility. A woman who comes from an ordinary family. A woman whose family developed themselves into highly regarded professionals. A woman who has joined us in taking Guyana forward. I present to you, comrades, I will ask Comrade Sam Hines to have the honor of bringing her to the microphone. Comrade Elisabeth Harper! Comrades, and she is so good that she has brought with her her husband, Harper, a national cricketer of Guyana. I present to you your next Prime Minister, Comrade Elisabeth Harper.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. You're energizing me. President Donald Ramatar and Mrs. Ramatar, Prime Minister Hines, Mrs. Hines, General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, members of the Cabinet, colleagues on the platform, my dear husband, Mark, residents of Kitty, how many of you are here? Fellow Guyanese. Today is very special for me, not just because I am part of a team confident of winning these elections, but also because the launch of our campaign is taking place in what I still call my village, Kitty. I was born just across from where I stand on this platform, in Dr. Bissesa's clinic, as it was known then. I grew up in David Street, and I still live there, and I maintain my love for this community. But Kitty is not just home to me and my wonderful family, and all of the amazing people who live here, but it is central to the many citizens who traverse through here every day, to and from communities east and west of us, either for traveling purposes or to shop and do business, and of course to the seawall north of here for recreation. So Kitty is a significant place for this event. I am here today to tell you about my vision for the future of our country. A vision that is based on an unshakable commitment to ensure social progress and a better standard of living for all Guyanese. A vision that will continue to build a strong, stable, and secure Guyana. But this isn't just my vision. It was born from the strong foundation that the PPPC and President Ramatar have laid. And I chose to be a part of this team because their vision is my vision, and the vision that every Guyanese shares. A vision of a Guyana built on human decency, national pride, and an unwavering commitment to build Guyana together, regardless of race, religion, or political ideology. The commitment by the PPPC to build a greater Guyana has remained consistent over the past 2 years. Over the past 2 decades. There has been considerable progress in the critical sectors of education, health, housing, and infrastructural development. Continuity is important so that we can build on these achievements. This development has taken place in a climate of economic and political stability. We have been able to maintain steady economic growth that has attracted investments from both local and foreign investors. Our private sector has contributed significantly in this development drive, and the PPPC's manifesto will commit to facilitating the further growth of the private sector. And within this context, the government will continue to promote the full implementation of the National Competitiveness Strategy, which was crafted under the PPPC administration in collaboration with the private sector, a very unique initiative. The potential for growth, expansion, and the emergence of new frontiers of economic opportunities is now greater than at any other time in our history. And we must capitalize on this and ensure that the benefits reach all of the regions and communities of our country. Guyana has always been a hospitable nation. We welcome the valuable contribution which foreign nationals have made and continue to make to the development of our country. Mindful that our nationals have also contributed, and many still do contribute their skills, knowledge, and expertise in countries which they have since adopted as their homeland. We will continue to respect the rights of migrant workers, and we will embrace our diaspora for them to also tap into the national development agenda that we have laid out. In all of our development aspirations, we have sought to maintain the sovereignty and territorial and integrity of our country. That has to remain a united goal for all of us, and it is one that will remain a priority of the next PPPC government. We are conscious that much more has to be done to ensure that jobs are created. The Secretary General of the United Nations said recently that, and I quote, "Work is more than a source of income. It is a source of dignity." The PPPC has developed a number of initiatives to facilitate job creation, and the manifesto will include the establishment of regional industrial sites, incentives to employers for job creation opportunities, the development of entrepreneurship and apprenticeship programs, and the establishment of business development services. Our population must be able to enjoy a higher quality of life in an environment that is safe and secure. We have to wage a major fight against crime. It is now international in character, and while we attempt to tackle it here in Guyana on our own, our success will be limited without the cooperation between us and our neighbors, as well as the wider international community. We salute the police and the military who go beyond the call of duty to protect us and our borders. They are people too. They're just like you and me. They have houses to run, mouths to feed, children to educate. And I'm sure that many of you here have relatives, families, spouses who are serving in the police and in the military, and you know the sacrifices that they make. We know that there have been complaints about discretions committed against our citizens by a few. And the PPPC 15-point plan, which President Ramatar has outlined, will address the challenges that the police force itself is facing, including the need for psychological support for the trauma that the police themselves go through every day. The PPPC government will continue to give clear directions and support to the leadership of the police force to ensure professionalism and heightened service to the people of Guyana. The PPPC government will also ensure that the welfare of our police and military remains a top priority. I would like to address an extremely important group amongst us today and across Guyana, our young people. The PPPC vision is geared towards creating a Guyana where there is hope for a strong and vibrant future in which you will play a vital part. We want to encourage you to stay and help build this country. Our manifesto will encourage incentives for the employment of young people, increased training, as well as an expansion of the young professional housing schemes. We will also ensure that there is an enhanced mechanism to allow for more interaction and dialogue so that the views of our young people can be heard, their concerns appropriately addressed, and facilitate their participation in our decision-making process. Ensuring that women and girls share equally in the benefits of development is vital. In order for this to happen, they have to be empowered to do so and their rights fully respected. We will review all of the laws that concern women to strengthen legislation and policies where necessary that promote women's rights and gender equality. We will also conduct national consultations on a gender policy for women. We must also, as a society across the political divide, have a zero tolerance for domestic violence. Domestic violence destroys a woman's self-confidence. It destroys the family. It destroys everything about who we are as a society. And we want the men to partner with us as we move forward to fight this scourge. The PPPC will establish a special crimes unit that would address issues related not only to domestic violence, but also child abuse, sexual abuse, and rape, and work to ensure that our security and justice systems give justice to victims. For those young women who might have had to leave school early because of becoming pregnant, you have another chance to continue your education, to develop a career, and to provide for your family. You could lift your heads high. My party will ensure that there are opportunities to support you. We also recognize the challenges being faced by single parents. We will establish a program of support to allow them to receive further education and training, provide daycare services for those who work, and seek to ensure that financial support for children, child support, where made mandatory by the court, is paid over. We are also committed, and this is because of the caring nature of the party, to ensuring that our aging population and persons who are differently abled are treated with dignity, ensuring that their full rights are respected. We will therefore, through national consultations, develop and enact laws for the protection of the elderly and establish and upgrade retirement homes for senior citizens in the regions, ensuring that caregivers are appropriately trained. We will also focus on adopting programs for persons in preparation for retirement that would take into account their potential to continue to contribute to our development efforts. In terms of the persons who are differently abled, among other initiatives, we will ensure that they are provided with skills training and that more opportunities are available for them to access jobs. Friends, on all of these points, I want to be especially clear. Once elected, you have my personal commitment that I will continue to build on the foundation laid by the PPPC and President Ramatar to deal with these issues that are so close and personal to me. I will ensure that we maintain and enhance the process of consultation which has begun on these and several other issues, with the sole aim of improving the lives of all of our people. Working together, we can end domestic violence. We can reduce teenage pregnancy. We can protect and treat with dignity our elderly and persons who are differently abled. And we can create a Guyana where our families stay whole. Fellow Guyanese, residents of Kitty, my life has come full circle. To be addressing you in the place of my birth, seeking your support and your vote, is an honor by itself. To serve as your Prime Minister along with President Ramatar will be a greater privilege. I am asking you to support us, to partner with us, to make Guyana an even better place for all Guyanese. We can do this together. We will do this together. And so I urge you to come out and vote on May the 11th for the party that has brought Guyana to this high level of progress. Let that progress continue with your vote for the PPPC and a strong, stable, and secure Guyana. Encourage others in your households and your neighborhoods to go out and vote. You can go in groups to the polling stations. Make a special effort to assist our senior citizens and persons who might be experiencing challenges in getting out to vote. And I know that there are some young children in our midst tonight. Some of them I see on shoulders. Although you might not yet be ready to vote, remember to ask mommy and daddy and your grandmother, did you vote? And did you vote for the PPPC? Friends, the journey that has started must continue. Let's do this for Guyana. For a strong, stable, secure Guyana. Let progress continue. Thank you. God bless you.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. Comrades, I want you to remember that beautiful voice. That voice of care. That voice of concern. That voice of patriotism. That voice that will capture you as Prime Minister of the Republic of Guyana.